Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of the Q&A series that I'm doing. If you haven't seen part 1, make sure you click on the link that's in the description to check out part 1. The first question I have for today is, do I dream with or without my leg? And the answer is both. When my dreams have to do with, like, when I went through my health struggles, or, when I had nightmares about having to go through my amputation again, then I definitely dream without my leg. But all my regular dreams that don't have anything to do with my health or amputation all have me with both my legs. What happens with that is when I'm having a nightmare, for example, like something's chasing me through the woods, for a brief moment, I become lucid for some reason, and then I look down and I see both my legs while I'm running, and I think, oh, I'm not supposed to have my leg. And then in my dream, my leg disappears and I start tumbling, and the thing that's chasing me through the woods is able to come get me. But I was doing a lot of research about successfully lucid dreaming, like really lucid dreaming, and I'm trying to learn that so I can take control over my dreams. So if you have any advice about lucid dreaming, leave it in the comments for me. The second question is, how do I feel about being an inspiration to people? And I have mixed feelings about that. The question was asked just from me posting this picture on a random site. So these people didn't know me or anything about me. They just assumed that I was an inspiration because they saw I was missing a leg. And that is basically, like, the term that we use is inspiration porn. And that's when, people look at people who are disabled and just not even doing anything inspiring, just standing there. Or if they're like out at the grocery store or something like that, and you see them doing like regular stuff, and you think that they're an inspiration because I'm standing there or someone's at the grocery store, then that's kind of like inspiration porn. Or like when people share videos of able-bodied person taking a disabled person to prom, because I've seen those videos like all over Facebook and stuff. And for some reason, it's there to make able-bodied people more comfortable, I guess. And the problem with it is, like, it really separates, us from able-bodied people, because you guys think that we're inspiring for just standing there. But when it comes to myself, I kind of, because I struggle a lot, not just from being an amputee, but for my health. So when I do little things myself, like going to class or doctor's appointments, things like that, then I'm like, oh, I'm proud of myself because I didn't want to do this or that because I was feeling terrible. But I don't know how I feel about being an inspiration to others because I'm really not doing anything special. Another question is, how do I ensure that prospective dates aren't obsessed with amputees? So if you saw part 1 of my video, you would have seen me talk a little bit about devotees, but I'll just reiterate that really quickly. Devotees are people who have a sexual attraction towards people with disabilities. I've had devotees who've tried to contact me that were really creepy and nasty. I've had devotees who tried to contact me that were very respectful. But if you really don't know, who you're going to be going out on a date with, just be safe. There are some amputees who really enjoy being with devotees. There are some amputees who can't stand devotees at all. I would just just be safe. How has being an amputee affected me being a parent? And really, in no way it has, except for, like, if my kid wanted to run away from me, I don't think I'd run after him because I couldn't catch up to him. That's the only way it's really affected me. I've kind of figured out how to do everything, that I normally did before. I go to my child's games. I go to my child's, parent-teacher conferences. I take him to the park. While I can't run after him, I'm there. And I'll be honest with you, yes, it does kind of stink when I think about being a mom before and then being a mom now, because I could run up and down on the playground equipment with my child beforehand, but now I can't. So, but we do different things. I've had to make it work, like board games and stuff like that, things that are stationary, video games, baking or cooking at the table, like things like more those kinds of activities I've increased more than just taking him out and doing things. So I've made it work. Last question is, what was it like after my amputation? How was looking down and seeing the truth of what happened? Was I devastated, or was I more like, this is what it took for me to survive? And what was it like after my amputation? Well, I vividly remember, being rolled out into the post-anesthesia care unit, and nobody warned me that they were going to put a temporary prosthesis over my residual limb. It's called an iPop, and they put that, especially on patients that are young and hopefully they want to get up and moving again. Like me, I was only 21 when I had my amputation. Nobody warned me that I'd wake up with a prosthesis on my leg that really hurt. So I woke up and I was freaked out. And initially, I was relieved when I lost my leg because I was going to die if I didn't have my amputation. So that was the relief that I found in having the amputation. But I was also devastated because I'm young and I was, living this fast-paced life and school and being a mom, and I got sick and lost my leg. So, it was both. I had to do what I had to do to survive, but it was devastating. Now it's not devastating anymore. It's years later. This is just my life now. There's some times where, for example, if I wanted to get up and go to the bathroom, it would just be easy for me to hop up and walk to the bathroom. Whereas right now it would take me moving from this chair to a wheelchair to rolling, around furniture to getting to the bathroom and then making my way to the toilet. It's like, it's a lot harder to do things now. But it's not devastating anymore. It's just my life. So that's all the time we have for today. I'll keep making videos if you like them. You gotta let me know you like them by clicking the subscribe button and the like button. And if you have any more great questions, leave them in the comments. Let me know what you think about the video in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching. I mean, you really need to know, I guess, who you're going out on a date with, if you're disabled, especially, because some people are really predatory about that. I mean, you know, and it's harder to run away if you don't have a leg. But
where are you going with this, dude?
I don't know.